Hey yo, what is up YouTube? So in this video I will take you on a full day of eating. According to Instagram, you guys want to know what I eat during the day. I wasn't gonna do a video about that because man, what I eat is pretty damn boring. But I guess you guys wanna know the secret. So in this video I'll show you guys what I eat during the entire day, and also try and explain to you guys the idea behind carb cycling, because yes, in this bulk season I've added carb cycling. In my other preps, in my other bulks, I was just eating as much calories as I can and I was getting really fat. In this growth season, I'm doing it a bit different. My goal is not to get fat, it's just to gain as much muscles as I can while staying lean and healthy. So in this video, I'll show you and try and make you understand the idea behind carb cycling and why I'm doing it. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so my meal number one is pretty boring according to most people. It's salmon, avocado, and white rice. If my avocado is not ready, I will put this in it instead. It's really good, I love it. It's like my little cheat. So this meal number one, the reason why I'm doing this meal is first of all because I love having quality fats in my first meal of the day. I feel like I have more energy during the day. And the amount of food that I'm eating, I have a lot of crashes. And by doing this meal in the morning, I feel like I'm not crashing to a point where I want to nap during the day. Because if you've been bulking really hard, you know what I'm talking about. You just feel like napping, feel like a big teddy bear, useless piece of shit during the entire day. So this meal helps me to stay on a higher energy level during the day, because fats gives you a good amount of energy, not too high, not too low, just a good and stable energy source during your entire day. Alright you guys, so there you have it. This is my masterpiece for meal number one. This is 400 grams of rice. We got 180 grams of salmon and 60 grams of avocado. So this meal is pure, great, and quality fats. Salmon is probably the best fat out there with avocado, so best of both worlds. My health is very fucking important, so this meal is like top of the notch in terms of quality and taste for me. So this is it. It's pretty boring, but it's hella sexy. Let me explain to you guys why I'm doing carb cycling in this growth season. The idea behind carb cycling is utilizing your carbohydrates the right way. So we have high carb days and lower carb days. The main reason why I'm doing that is not to get fat, because this is like the metric of your carbohydrates. This is as much carbohydrates that you can have, and if you go over in that, it'll turn into fat. So let's say my max is 500 grams of carbs, and if I'm here, I'm really flat, like drying out, not good. This is, you look like shit in here. Here, you're at your peak performance in terms of carbohydrates, you're full, veins are everywhere. This is where you wanna be for growth in general. So the main idea behind carb cycling is if I eat the same amount of carbs every single day, like I used to do in my other bulks, well, eventually, if I like peak on my carbohydrates and the next day I do the same thing, well, I'll spill, and every time you spill, it turns into fat. For my back day, I'm at the maximum capacity that my body can absorb carbohydrates. Great pump, amazing workout, etc. What happens after that, because I did back, cardio, etc., my carbohydrate intake, my glucose intake goes to here. So in order to go back here, I don't need as much carbs as I was on my rest day. So instead of eating 500 grams, I'll eat around 400. Boom, I go back into this little place that is very good for growth. So here I am. And then afterwards, as I did shoulders and cardio, go back right here. Like shoulder doesn't spend as much calories as doing back. I don't need as much calories again. I don't need as much carbohydrates again to go back here. So then my next day will be around 350 grams of carbs. Boom, I'm back right here. So this is pretty much what I'm trying to do. I'm not going too much in detail, it's a bit more complicated than that, but the principle is not going overboard this line, and it's not going in here, because here you're not growing any muscle. What you want to do is stay right in there. So this is why I'm doing carb cycling, is because I don't want to spill, I don't want to add unnecessary body fat, and I just don't want to end sluggish like I usually do. I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, I tried. So for my second meal, it's gonna be a lean ground chicken wrap. It's also my pre-workout meal, so afterwards I will put a bit of rice cakes as well, but I eat my rice cakes a bit later with a bit of peanut butter on top so I can get a better pump during the workout. We got two beautiful wraps. They're around 45 grams of carbs each, so this takes me around 90 grams of carbs. I have 180 grams of lean ground chicken, and if you know me, you know I like my lettuce. So this is really simple as it gets. Afterwards, I will eat rice cakes, but a bit later. So 30 minutes after eating my second meal, I will eat 7 of this beautiful rice cake. This is my little, freaking love this thing. This is a cheat for me. Well, it is pretty much a cheat. I eat this pre-workout. Usually sugars like this is mainly pre-workout. I will put a bit of peanut butter on top. That's pretty much it for my during the workout EAAs. You know I'm all about EAAs. It's superior from BCAAs. And this pump addict, we've only tried it 4 times for now because we don't have Conquer pills anymore. But this is really amazing. The taste is really nice. And just for the drive going to the gym, I usually don't take pre-workout. So drinking this for my drive to the gym, it's really nice. Completely forgot to tell you guys, I also take 1.5 scoop of carbohydrates during my workout. So we are officially back from our workout. We did hamstring. As you guys may know, my right knee is really killing me right now, so I can't really do quads, so I'm just hamstringing the hell out of my life. So today is not a highest carb day because I'm doing only hamstring, so that's why today I only have 4 meals. So I have 2 meals left. Next meal is gonna be 450 grams of rice. I have the lean ground chicken that I did this morning, and I'm gonna put a bit of olive oil right in there so it's easier to eat. 450 grams of rice with olive oil. It's pure perfection. So I wanted to explain something to you guys, to give you guys a bit of tips and tricks as well. So I splitted my growth season into 3 parts. The reason why I do that is because growth is not always linear. Growth is pretty much like this. What I did is my first 3 months, my metabolism was crazy. So I was eating as much food as I can without getting too much fat. By doing that, my IGF-1 levels were through the roof and my body signals mTOR was activated. mTOR is really what signals your body that you have a lot of nutrients in your body, so it will signal growth. So if your IGF-1 is elevated and your body is signaling mTOR into your body, which is really what you want for growth. So that was the first phase of my growth season. At this point, eating 6,000 calories, I'm done for it. Like I'm sluggish during the day. I'm useless. I'm literally useless. So the second part of my growth season is really carb cycling. Afterwards, the last part is gonna be cutting a bit. I'm gonna have a 6-week cut season, just shred down a little and, you know, fall back in love with food. After that, I can go back to first phase, eat as much as possible, IGF-1 to the roof, mTOR signal in the body, and etc, etc. This is what I've been doing for this growth season. I'll show you guys my meal, and hopefully you guys understood. Post-workout meal, like as I told you guys, really simple. I have 180 grams of lean ground chicken. I have 450 grams of rice, and olive oil. We're trying to find some olive oil that tastes really freaking good. We haven't. In Florida, there was an olive oil was tasting so beautifully. It was like boom, amazing. But this one is probably the best in here. It's still a 6 on 10. So if you know any olive oil that tastes really, really good, please send me a message because we're trying to find one. This is the sauce that I've been using recently. I always feel bad when I try to give food to my dog and I don't have, you know, as much as needed. So there you go. You know. Try to compensate a little. Alright guys, so my last meal of the day is a big ass shake. Yes, I only have 4 meals today, but today is not my high carb day. Usually I will have 1 more meal, so this is why in this shake I will put 2 scoops of isolate protein, so I get my protein at the perfect right amount. Alright, so we have 110 grams of oats. I'll have 2 scoops of isolate protein. I'll have 40 grams of flax seeds so you can stay as healthy as possible. Omega-3s, this is your boy, this is what you want. And this bad boy came back in my life because I love it. A lot of calories fast. It's pretty healthy as well. So I'll have 30 grams of that. I put around a good amount of this. I don't really count the calories for that. I'm not going that crazy yet. So this is pretty much it for the last meal. And if you have seen the perfect outfit right now, this is all about by TLF. Love the shorts, love the black and white. If you know me, I only wear black or white. If you bought one of their pieces, you're gonna understand what I mean about quality clothes. That's pretty much it for this full day of eating. With my carb cycling, it's really hard to show you exactly what I eat all the time, but at least now you have an idea of what's really going on in here. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next one.